Welcome to the Explainer. If you're a new university student, does freedom sometimes feel like a trap? You've got all this time, but somehow you're always running behind. Well, today, we're going to break down a really powerful system to help you master your schedule and truly own your time.
I mean, this quote just nails the feeling, right? It's the core paradox of university life. That rigid structure of high school is just gone. And it leaves you feeling both totally overwhelmed by your to-do list and at the same time like you have all this endless free time. It's a really confusing cycle, but it's one we can definitely break.
So what's going on here? Well, it happens because that external structure you've relied on for, your entire life has just vanished. The solution isn't to just drift along, but to build your own structure, one designed by you, for you. And that whole process starts with understanding exactly where your time is going right now.
Okay, let's dive into this with our first big step, a complete time audit. Look, you can't manage what you don't measure, right? You can't make a good plan without good data. And this audit, this is how you're going to get the raw, honest numbers you need to build a schedule that actually works for you.
Okay, let's start with this number, 168. That's it. That's the number of hours every single one of us gets in a week. No more, no less. And the goal here isn't to judge yourself. Not at all. It's just to see, with total clarity, where are those hours actually going. And this is absolutely crucial. We are not trying to create some rigid, minute-by-minute schedule that's impossible to stick to. No, the goal is to create a flexible, visual guide. Think of it less like a strict rulebook and more like a map for the landscape of your week. Okay, so here's how you actually do it. For one full week, 7 days, you're going to track everything. And I really do mean everything. From sleeping and eating to, even scrolling on your phone and walking to class. Be super honest, be detailed. At the end of that week, this little log becomes your personal data sheet. It's the foundation for everything we're about to build. All right, so once you've got your data from that audit, you're not guessing anymore. Now you get to be the architect of your ideal week. We're going to turn that raw data into a real, workable blueprint for success. Okay, the first and honestly, the most important concept we need to get is this idea of time anchors. Think of these as the big, immovable pillars of your week. Things like your class schedule, your work shifts, basically the appointments you don't really control. And personally, I'd argue that a full 8 hours of sleep should be an anchor too. Everything else, it's going to get built around these.
And the process for building this thing is actually pretty simple. You start with the big rocks, right? Your anchors. Then you pencil in all the essential stuff connected to them, like your commute or your morning routine. Only then do you start filling in the gaps with the more flexible blocks for studying, meals, social time, all that good stuff.
Okay, but look, creating the plan is one thing. Making it actually stick, that means knowing what can go wrong. There are 3 super common traps that just derail most schedules, so let's talk about how to sidestep them. Yep, these are the big 3 culprits right here. Overstuffing your schedule, completely forgetting to add buffers, and ignoring all those little transition times. Let's break down exactly how to solve each one so your schedule is actually resilient. So, trap number 1, overstuffing. It's so easy to do. Just look back at your time audit. If your week was already jam-packed, don't try to cram even more in. And hey, if you had a lot of free time, be generous when you estimate how long new stuff is going to take. It's always, always better to finish early than to run out of time. Building in that flex time is the secret sauce.
And that brings us to the second trap, forgetting about buffers. You know how it is. Things go wrong. A meeting runs late, the bus is stuck in traffic. You've got to add some small, empty spaces after activities just to absorb those delays. And just as important, you need to schedule actual breaks. Seriously, rest isn't a luxury. It's totally essential if you want to avoid burnout and actually stay productive.
And finally, please do not ignore the transitions. This is the hidden time thief, for real. It's the 5 minutes it takes to pack your bag, the 10 minutes to walk across campus, and even the time it takes your brain to switch gears from physics to philosophy. These little moments add up so fast, and they're also when you're most likely to get distracted, so you have to acknowledge them in your schedule. And this is really the whole point. Your schedule isn't supposed to be some rigid cage you're trapped in. No way. It's a dynamic tool that puts you in the driver's seat. It helps you move from just reacting to life to actually being proactive about it. You have to remember this is an ongoing process. Your first draft is not going to be perfect, and that is totally okay. The real goal is to use your schedule for a week, see what worked, what didn't,
And then you just tweak it. Every little adjustment makes it more accurate, more effective, and gets you that much closer to a week that really truly feels ideal for you.
So as you start building this map, I want you to think beyond just fitting in classes and study sessions. An ideal week isn't just about managing all your obligations. It's about intentionally carving out space for the stuff that actually matters to you. You've got the map. Now, where are you going to go?